Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Coco Gauff shares Alexandra Eala's unusual request after early Italian Open exit. Coco Gauff advanced to the round of 16 at the Italian Open after defeating Magda Linette. Following her victory, the American shared a lighthearted moment with rising star Alexandra Eala before the tournament. Coco Gauff remains one of the most well-rounded players on the WTA Tour. With her powerful serve and ground strokes, the American is enjoying a strong season, recently reaching a new milestone by defeating Magda Linette to advance to the round of 16 at the Italian Open. Gauff now faces a tough challenge in Emma Raducanu as she looks to move further in the tournament. But her success isn't limited to singles. She's also making headlines in doubles, where she's teamed up with rising Filipino star Alexandra Eala. Although Eala fell in the first round of the singles competition, she's making the most of her time in Rome by joining forces with Gauff. Together, they await their next opponent in the doubles round of 16. That means Gauff is competing in the round of 16 in both disciplines. Interestingly, Gauff revealed that the partnership with Eala came about in an unconventional way. Speaking to the media, she shared that Eala reached out to her via Instagram to suggest the doubles pairing. "She slid in my DMs and asked me to play. I was like, sure, why not?" Gauff told reporters in the mixed zone after advancing in both singles and doubles at Italian Open last week. Gauff and Eala team up at the Italian Open. It was a tough singles outing for Alex Eala at the Italian Open, as she struggled to showcase her full potential against Marta Kostyuk. After the match, Kostyuk offered Eala some unexpected advice. But Eala is now shifting her focus to doubles, where she's teaming up with Coco Gauff in Rome. Gauff and Eala opened their doubles campaign with a convincing 6-3, 6-1 victory over Alexandra Panova and Fanny Stoller in the round of 32. Their next challenge comes on Tuesday when they face the Italian duo of Tura Grant and Lisa Pagato. Eala looks to shine in doubles. After an early exit in singles, Eala is aiming to make a deep run in doubles alongside Gauff as she chases her first WTA career title in the discipline. She already won 3 ITF titles. She currently holds a 39-34 career record in doubles and sits at No. 456 in the WTA doubles rankings. Rome, Italy. The sun was barely setting behind the iconic statues of the Foro Italico when Coco Gauff stepped off the court. Her singles campaign at the Italian Open unexpectedly cut short by a shock second-round exit. For most players, an early loss at a Masters 1000 event signals a time to decompress, retreat, maybe even catch a flight home. But not for Alexandra Eala. Moments after Coco had settled in the locker room, towel draped over her shoulders and earbuds in, her phone buzz. It was a message from Alex. "Sorry about the match, but since you're free now, want to practice again?" Coco read the message twice. Then she laughed. "Only Alex would ask to practice the same day I lost," Gauff said, grinning during a press conference the next morning. "It was such an unusual request. But I loved it." And that's the thing about Eala. While others might shy away from a downbeat atmosphere, she leans in, with humility, with purpose, and, sometimes, with boldness that borders on brilliant. The boldness of asking. To most people, Gauff is a superstar, a Grand Slam champion, Olympic medal contender, and arguably the face of the next generation of women's tennis. To message her in the aftermath of a loss might seem tactless, or at least ill-timed. But for Alex Eala, it was instinctive. Not because she lacked empathy, but because she saw an opportunity, not for herself, but for growth. "I knew she'd probably be bummed," Eala said later. "But I also knew that Coco is the kind of athlete who doesn't want pity. She wants rhythm, purpose. I figured hitting some balls might help us both." It wasn't just any practice she was requesting. It was a chance to continue something they'd started a week before. A surprise doubles partnership that had taken the Italian crowd, and the tennis world, by storm. Their early round wins, electric chemistry, and mid-match high fives had charmed fans from Rome to Manila. Even after Gauff's singles loss, Eala believed the mission wasn't over. "I wasn't ready to stop learning," she said. Not from Coco. Unusual, but unforgettable. Gauff, still processing her exit from singles, wasn't entirely sold at first. "My coach was like, 'Are you sure you want to practice right now?' she said. But honestly, Alex's message snapped me out of my funk. So just an hour later, the two walked onto court 7. Quiet, far from the crowds, rackets in hand. No cameras, no reporters, just balls thudding on clay and the occasional burst of laughter. Best post-loss therapy ever, Gauff said. What started as a casual hit turned into 2 hours of tactical drilling, volleys, and eventually, mixed-in match play with Eala's coach joining in. There was something healing about it, Gauff added. She reminded me why I started playing. Not for the trophies, for the love of the game. Not your average 19-year-old. For those who know Alexandra Eala, her message wasn't out of character. It was a window into her mindset. She's not your typical teenager. At 14, she was winning junior Grand Slams. At 16, she was navigating the grind of pro-level tennis with a maturity well beyond her years. And now, at 19, she's challenging norms, on court and off it. Alex has this rare ability to see tennis as both art and science, said Gauff. She's incredibly self-aware, but she also doesn't take herself too seriously. That blend of fierce intent and playful confidence has endeared her to many on tour, including Gauff. She's the kind of partner you want beside you, Coco said. Win or lose. More than a message. The now famous text, sent mere minutes after Gauff's singles exit, has since gone viral among tennis fans. A screenshot of it, with Eala's permission, surfaced online, showing the message that many are calling the most wholesome slide-in of the season. But its impact went beyond social media buzz. It sparked reflection. In a weird way, Gauff admitted, it reminded me how important the process is. We get so caught up in winning that we forget why we play. Alex reminded me. The following day, both players were back on court again, not for a match, but for another practice. Eala had requested a specific drill session, net approaches and drop shots, 2 areas where she believed Coco had unique mastery. She asks the best questions. Coco said, she'll stop mid-drill and say, what do you see here that I don't? That's not usual for someone her age. A partnership built on curiosity. The Gauff-Eala bond has become one of the most unexpected friendships on the WTA Tour, not born of years on the junior circuit together, but of mutual respect, cultural curiosity, and one very timely message. They've shared doubles matches, meals in Trastevere, and even a gelato taste-off, Coco's vote, lemon sorbet, Alex's, pistachio with chocolate drizzle. But it's their court connection that speaks loudest. She brings out the thinker in me, Gauff said, and I think I bring out the fearless side in her. Their Rome doubles campaign, which ended in a tight semifinal loss, wasn't just about wins. It was a preview of something bigger, a tennis relationship grounded in shared values, effort, humility, and joy. From one unusual request, a ripple effect. In the days after their practice, Gauff was spotted training harder than ever. Eala, too, remained in Rome to continue her clay preparations for the Roland Garros qualifiers. Asked if she plans to message Coco again before the French Open, Eala smiled. If she loses early, I'll be ready with another strange request, she joked. But seriously, I just want to keep learning. Gauff didn't hesitate. If Alex ever texts me again to hit, she said, the answer's always yes. The lesson behind the message. In elite sports, so much attention is placed on performance, stats, and next big wins. But this story, of one bold message sent in a moment of vulnerability, reminds us that greatness is also about connection. It's about having the courage to reach out, to try, to make an unusual request, even if it might seem badly timed. Sometimes, Coco said, the best moments in tennis don't come with trophies. Sometimes, they come from a friend who sees you, even in defeat, and says, hey, want to play?